In the vast palace of Zeno-sama, a meeting of utmost importance was taking shape. Seated around an immense luminous table, the angels and gods of destruction from the participating universes, with the exception of Universe 7, were engaged in intense discussion. Zeno-sama himself, with his two bodies, observed everything with a mix of curiosity and childlike impatience, while the Grand Priest presided over the debate. The agenda was clear: the abrupt evolution of Universe 7 during and after the Tournament of Power. The impressive demonstrations of strength had left the other universes on high alert, and many feared the consequences this could bring to future inter-universal events. "This is simply unacceptable," roared Sidra, the god of destruction of Universe 9, slamming his fist on the table. "How can we compete when Universe 7 has warriors who surpass our own limits?" "I agree," affirmed Mosco, the robotic god of destruction of Universe 3, with Campari translating his words. Warriors like Goku and Vegeta not only achieved incredible new forms but also brought threats like Black Frieza into the mix. The Grand Priest raised his hand, calling for silence. "Let us maintain order. Each universe will have its turn to present its points. Let us begin with Universe 11. Belmod, the god of destruction of Universe 11, leaned forward, his expression calm yet calculated. "Jiren is, indeed, an anomaly," admitted Belmod. "But he is the result of relentless hard work and training. We must not forget that the Tournament of Power was designed to showcase the strongest, and it fulfilled its purpose. However, I acknowledge that the level Universe 7 has reached is concerning. Goku with his Ultra Instinct, Vegeta mastering Ultra Ego, and now Gohan with his Beast form? They are far beyond what anyone could have anticipated." Lakir, from Universe 8, interjected. "And what about Black Frieza? This being is an aberration that should not exist. A warrior capable of defeating Goku and Vegeta simultaneously? That is an affront to universal balance." Whis, who was present as an impartial observer, spoke with a serene smile. "Black Frieza, like any other being, achieved his level on his own. He is neither an artificial creation nor was he granted any special favor. His power is the result of his own ambitions and efforts." Champa, from Universe 6, scoffed. "It's easy for you to say, Whis. Your universe seems to be turning into a training ground for gods. And Broly? A scion who didn't even participate in the Tournament of Power yet can rival any one of us? Broly is still a rough diamond," Whis explained. "But his potential is, indeed, impressive. However, he remains isolated, focused on controlling his energy." The tone of the meeting grew more tense. Many gods of destruction were clearly unsettled by the exponential growth of Universe 7. The fear was understandable. If another Tournament of Power were to be held, the chance of defeat would be overwhelming. The Grand Priest, perceiving the direction of the debate, intervened. "We must remember that the evolution of any universe is natural. Nevertheless, the concerns raised are valid. It may be necessary to reassess the rules and conditions for future tournaments." "Reassess? That's not enough," shouted Rumshi, from Universe 10. "We must impose restrictions on Universe 7. They already have too many advantages." Zeno-sama finally raised his voice, interrupting the discussion with his simple and childlike manner. "Everyone is arguing, and that's boring. We like the Tournament of Power because it was fun. If there's another one, we want it to be even more fun." The gods immediately fell silent. Zeno's opinion was absolute, and defying him was unthinkable. The Grand Priest smiled discreetly and resumed speaking. "Since Zeno-sama wishes for the next event to be even more exciting, we can consider adjustments that level the playing field without compromising the competitive spirit." Many of the gods were still dissatisfied, but Zeno's presence forced them to moderate their protests. Then Iwan, from Universe 1, one of the universes exempted from participating in the original Tournament of Power, stood and spoke calmly. "Perhaps the focus should be on the development of all universes. If Universe 7 has managed to advance so far, this should not be seen as a threat but as an incentive for others to evolve as well." These words caused murmurs among those present. there was an uncomfortable truth in them. While many universes had grown complacent, Universe 7 faced constant crises and challenges, forcing its warriors to surpass their limits. Belmod let out a heavy sigh. Even so, we cannot ignore the impact warriors like Jiren and the fighters of Universe 7 have caused. If a new tournament is called, we need guarantees that everyone will have a fair chance. The Grand Priest nodded. Then I propose that each universe receive training supervised by their respective angels. Furthermore, the next event will include challenges that test more than just raw strength. Intelligence, teamwork, and strategy will also be critical. The murmurs of approval grew, although some still seemed reluctant. The suggestion of universal training was a diplomatic solution but would require time and dedication. Finally, the Grand Priest concluded the meeting with a warning. Let this debate serve as a reminder that the balance of the universes is everyone's responsibility. No universe should grow complacent. And remember, the next tournament of power will be even more challenging because that is what Zeno-sama desires. With those words, the gods and angels dispersed, many still reflecting on what had been discussed. Universe 7, even in its absence, remained at the center of the concerns. Meanwhile, Goku and his companions continued their training, unaware of the intrigues their achievements had sparked across the multiverse. Before we continue, if you watched the video up to here it means you liked it, so subscribe to the channel and don't forget to leave your like and activate notifications. And if possible, become a member of the channel where you will have perks, or help with any amount by donating through this QR code. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's go back to the video. After the meeting ended, Goku was summoned to Zeno-sama's palace, where Whis and the Grand Priest, Daishinkan, were waiting to share the news about the debates held among the gods of destruction and angels. The Scion arrived with his usual carefree smile, curious about why he had been called. "So, what's going on?" Goku asked, crossing his arms and looking directly at Whis. The angel gave a slight smile, but there was a trace of concern in his expression. "Goku, the Grand Priest and I have been discussing the impact of Universe 7's growth on the interuniversal balance. During the meeting, many gods expressed fear and dissatisfaction, viewing your progress and that of your companions as a direct threat." Goku scratched his head, puzzled. "But isn't that a good thing? I mean, the stronger we get, the more challenging it is for everyone, right?" Daishinkan intervened, his posture impeccably composed. "While your argument has merit, Son Goku, the fear of your peers from other universes is understandable. The evolution of you, Vegeta, Gohan, and even Broly has surpassed limits that many considered unattainable. Not to mention Black Frieza, whose presence is deeply unsettling for most universes. So, what do you want me to do?" Goku asked, already feeling the excitement of a new challenge. Whis shook his head, his concern more evident now. "We don't want you to do anything rash, Goku. But there's something you need to know." During the meeting, it became clear that some gods of destruction are starting to consider measures to limit Universe 7's power, and some angels may be inclined to assist them. "Angels?" Goku's eyes widened. "Are you saying they might attack Universe 7? Whis sighed. "We cannot confirm that, but it's a possibility. In the past, Beerus and Champa organized a tournament without Zeno-sama's knowledge, proving that even we can act beyond his direct supervision." Daishinkan, however, spoke with a firm tone. "Whis, we must not jump to conclusions. Until there is concrete evidence, we should avoid baseless suspicions. Nevertheless, keep me informed about any unusual behavior from your siblings." As they left the palace, Whis approached Goku and revealed something even more surprising. "Goku, there's something only I and Daishinkan know. During the Tournament of Power, when Android 17 wished for the restoration of the erased universes, one of the universes previously destroyed by Zeno-sama was accidentally revived. This is Universe 17, which had been erased from existence for millennia." Goku was stunned. "Wait. So there's another universe with strong warriors? Who's the god of destruction there?" Whis smiled faintly, though his tone was serious. The god of destruction of Universe 17 is called Anubis, and his accompanying angel is Mead. Anubis has shown interest in meeting you, specifically because of your Ultra Instinct. However, Daishinkan has requested that this be kept a secret, as even Zeno-sama is unaware of the restored existence of this universe. Goku was incredulous. Not even Zeno-sama? Does that mean he doesn't know everything? Precisely, Whis replied. While Zeno-sama is incredibly powerful, he is not omniscient. That's why we must tread carefully. I will take you to Universe 17 to meet Anubis and Mead, but I ask that you keep this absolutely confidential. Excited and curious, Goku readily agreed. In an instant, Whis transported him to the unknown Universe 17. The scene that greeted them was astonishing: vast landscapes of golden deserts and purple skies, a world emanating powerful energy. "So you're the scion who achieved Ultra Instinct," said Anubis, his deep voice echoing like thunder. "I've heard much about you, Goku. But to confirm if you're truly worthy of that title, I must test you." Mead observed silently, though a glint of interest sparkled in her eyes as Anubis prepared to fight. "That's fine by me," Goku replied, already assuming his fighting stance. "It's been a while since I've had a real challenge." The battle began explosively. Anubis displayed an impressive mastery of destructive techniques, while Goku, in his Ultra Instinct state, elegantly and precisely evaded his attacks. Despite Goku's initial superiority in speed, Anubis soon revealed a unique technique, manipulating the energy around him to create unpredictable attacks that forced Goku to change his strategy. After an intense exchange of blows, Anubis retreated, smiling. "You are everything they say and more, Goku. Not only worthy of Ultra Instinct but also of the prophecy." Goku blinked, confused. "Prophecy? What prophecy?" Mead, who had remained silent until now, explained. "Long ago, before our universe was erased, a prophecy was written. It foretold that a warrior from outside would emerge, mastering abilities that could rival even the angels. This warrior would be the catalyst for the vengeance of the exiled." Whis narrowed his eyes, concerned. "The vengeance of the exiled? What exactly are you referring to?" Anubis crossed his arms, his gaze darkening. "Our universe was erased for challenging the supremacy of the other gods and angels. Now that we are back, it is time to correct that mistake. And Goku might be the key to it." Goku felt a shiver of excitement but also a heavy sense of responsibility. Whis, on the other hand, looked alarmed. "This could mean greater problems than we anticipated, Goku. We must proceed cautiously from here on out." Anubis, however, only smiled. "Destiny is already in motion. This is just the beginning." Universe 17. As silence lingered in Universe 17, Whis decided to break the stillness. He knew that before making any decision about the prophecy or Goku's supposed role as the defender of this universe, there was a more pressing priority: reporting the events to the Grand Priest, his father. With a fluid motion, Whis touched the crystalline staff he always carried, activating his direct communication with the Grand Priest. The image of the Grand Priest formed within the glowing orb of the staff. His expression, as always, was calm and serene, though a glimmer of curiosity shone in his eyes. "Whis, it's rare for you to contact me directly. What has happened?" asked the Grand Priest, his tranquil voice masking the immense power he possessed. Whis offered a respectful bow before responding. "Father, I must share something of utmost importance. During my visit to Universe 17, which was restored after Android 17's wish in the Tournament of Power, we uncovered alarming information. First, there is a prophecy involving Goku as the catalyst for events that could destabilize the entire multiverse. Second, and even more concerning, is the clear intent of other angels and gods of destruction to attack this universe. They appear to be organizing a movement to not only hinder the development of Universe 17 but also prevent the rebirth of other universes erased by Zeno in the past." The Grand Priest's expression hardened slightly, a rare display of concern. "So, what we feared is beginning to materialize. Whis, you should know that these events are not mere speculations. I have observed signs that my other children are conspiring with the gods of destruction to ensure the annihilation of the reborn universes as soon as they emerge. Goku, who had been silently listening, could not contain his shock. Wait, they want to destroy the universes that are coming back? But why? Isn't it a good thing for those universes to be restored? He asked, his frustration evident in his tone. The Grand Priest looked at Goku with an expression that blended understanding and seriousness. For many of the gods and angels, the rebirth of these universes represents a threat to the balance they believe to be ideal. With more universes come new challenges, new rivalries, and, above all, a potential increase in the competition for power. They fear losing their privileged positions in the cosmos. Whis added. There's also the belief that by opposing the natural order established by Zeno-sama, they can prevent something similar from happening in the future. However, they're ignoring the fact that Zeno is not omniscient. He is unaware of Universe 17's rebirth and may not notice the return of other universes unless it's brought to his attention. The Grand Priest crossed his arms, reflecting for a moment before continuing. You should know that the other 5 universes have not yet been restored because the process follows the order in which they were erased by Zeno. Each one will take time to fully return. This delay is what's allowing my children and the gods to plan their destruction. Goku's heart raced. He could feel the growing weight of responsibility on his shoulders. Yet, instead of retreating, his determination only intensified. We have to stop this. They can't just destroy these universes because they're afraid or selfish. I'll fight for them, for every single one of them if I have to. Goku declared, clenching his fists. Whis smiled slightly at Goku's resolve. Goku, your courage is admirable, but we must tread carefully. We're not dealing with just powerful warriors, but with gods and angels whose powers and influences extend far beyond brute strength. The Grand Priest intervened again. Whis is right. This is not a conflict that can be resolved through battles alone. We will need strategy, alliances, and, above all, discretion. We cannot allow Zeno-sama to discover any of this before we have a concrete solution. If he does, he might decide to erase all the universes again, including those that already exist. Goku nodded, understanding the gravity of the situation. His passion for challenges remained undiminished, but he realized this was no simple tournament or fight for survival. This was a game of intrigue, politics, and powers that went beyond anything he had faced before. The Grand Priest concluded. Whis, keep me informed of any developments. And Goku, you must prepare yourself. The future will bring challenges that will test more than just your strength. You will need wisdom, patience, and allies. With that, the connection ended. Whis and Goku stood in silence for a moment, absorbing the Grand Priest's words. The next steps would be crucial. And as Universe 17 continued to grow stronger, the fate of the other universes and the balance of the multiverse hung in the balance. Goku began to recall everything he had gone through to reach this point. As silence filled the air, Goku took a deep breath, clenching his fists as a determined expression appeared on his face. He stepped forward, facing Mead and Anubis with a conviction only he could display in such a moment of tension. It doesn't matter whether this prophecy is real or not, he said, his firm voice echoing through the hall. If there's one thing I've learned from all the battles I've fought, it's that we don't need predictions to decide our own destiny. If I'm the catalyst to stop this madness, then I accept that responsibility. Whis raised an eyebrow, crossing his arms with a sigh of concern. Goku, you have no idea what you're saying. Convincing the gods of destruction and their respective angels to abandon their plans is a monumental task. Many of them won't even listen to you. That doesn't matter, Goku replied, his determination unwavering. I'll do it my way. I've always managed to overcome challenges when it seemed impossible. This time won't be any different. They need to understand that destroying these universes is a mistake. Anubis, who had remained silent until then, stepped forward. His usually imposing and threatening posture softened as he placed a hand on Goku's shoulder. I believe in you, Saiyan, Anubis said, his deep voice laden with sincerity. We of Universe 17 understand better than anyone else what it means to be wronged. But if you say you can resolve this without violence, I'm willing to trust your word. We won't fight our brothers, even if they come to destroy us. Mead nodded beside Anubis, a serene glimmer in his eyes. I stand with Anubis on this. I won't bear the guilt of harming or destroying those who were once our family. If you believe you can convince the gods, Goku, you have my support." Whis observed the scene with a pensive expression, realizing that nothing he said would change Goku's resolve. He raised his staff, opening a direct channel to the Grand Priest. The image of the Grand Priest appeared before them, his calm expression carrying an air of urgency. "Father, I have important information to share," Whis said, quickly explaining the recent events in Universe 17, including Goku's decision to face the gods of destruction. The Grand Priest listened attentively, his expression remaining composed as Whis relayed everything. When Whis finished, the Grand Priest closed his eyes for a moment before speaking. "Whis, even if the prophecy is merely a myth, what you've discovered confirms our worst fears. The gods of destruction are indeed organizing to attack. However, their target is not Earth but Universe 17. Goku clenched his fists but remained silent as the Grand Priest continued. "I have learned through Vados that she managed to convince the angels not to get involved in this conflict. However, the gods of destruction are determined to proceed with their plan. Their goal is to prevent the rebirth of the other universes that are yet to come. As you know, the order in which they were erased has caused their returns to occur at different times. The next universes are about to be reborn, and they intend to destroy them as soon as that happens." Before Whis could respond, Goku stepped forward, interrupting the conversation. "Grand Priest, let them come," Goku said, with a confidence that bordered on defiance. "If the gods want to fight, let them come to Universe 17. I'll be waiting for all of them." Whis widened his eyes, but before he could protest, the Grand Priest raised a hand to silence him. "Are you certain about this, Goku? We're talking about all the gods of destruction, together. Even with your power, this is a battle you might not win." Goku smiled, the kind of smile he always wore before facing impossible challenges. "I know that," he said, his voice steady and full of resolve. "But I'm not planning to fight them. I'll show each one of them that what they're doing is madness. Even if I have to face them, I'll convince them there's a better way." Anubis stepped forward, positioning himself beside Goku. "If that's how you wish to resolve this, Goku, we will stand by your side. But remember, we will not raise our hands against our brothers, no matter what happens." The Grand Priest studied the determination in Goku's and Anubis's eyes before giving a slight nod. "Very well. I will make the necessary arrangements to ensure the gods know where you will be. Whis, remain in Universe 17 and closely monitor the situation. Goku, good luck. I hope your conviction is enough to change their hearts." With that, the communication ended. Whis turned to Goku, still visibly concerned. "You really intend to face all of them alone, don't you?" Whis asked. Goku smiled, placing his hands on his hips. "I don't know what's going to happen, but I have to try. I've fought enemies that seemed impossible to defeat before. This isn't any different." Meat approached, his calm gaze filled with respect for Goku. "You're a peculiar warrior, Goku. Few would choose the path you've taken. But I can see your determination is genuine. Perhaps that's what will make the difference." With the decision made, Goku mentally prepared himself for what lay ahead. On the horizon, the gods of destruction were gathering, ready to invade Universe 17. The tension in the air was palpable, but Goku remained steadfast. "Let them come," he murmured to himself, a confident smile lighting up his face. "I'm ready." The night finally came, but Goku couldn't sleep. His focus was on the next day, which arrived as swiftly as a lightning strike. At dawn, Goku sensed an overwhelming amount of power approaching. It was the gods of destruction. Even those who had supported maintaining the status quo were present. In the vast skies of Universe 17, the gods of destruction appeared, their overwhelming presence sending waves of energy across the dimension. Goku stood at the center of an open field, his expression fierce, contrasting with his usual calm demeanor. The silence was broken only by the sound of the wind as the gods drew near. Beerus, standing beside Whis, Mead, and Anubis, stepped forward, glaring at his brother Champa and the other Hakations. "Champa!" Beerus roared. "You're making a colossal mistake. Turn back now before it's too late." Champa crossed his arms, his gaze fixed on Beerus. "You've always been weak, Beerus. Always hesitant. We have no choice. We must act to preserve the balance. This universe shouldn't exist." Before Beerus could respond, Goku raised his hand, his firm voice cutting through the atmosphere. Beerus, no. This is between me and them. You promised not to interfere. The Acacian hesitated but stepped back, watching with a mix of respect and concern. Meade placed a hand on Beerus's shoulder, while Anubis murmured something, his eyes fixed on Goku. Goku stepped forward, standing face to face with the gods of destruction. His voice carried an intensity that seemed to resonate not just in their bodies but in their very souls. Do you really think this is the right thing to do? Destroying entire universes, erasing lives that have just been reborn, is this your path? The gods remained silent, but Champa scoffed. It's not our duty to protect those lives, Goku. Zeno decided what would live and what would be erased. Take it up with him, not us. Goku shook his head, his expression resolute. If that happened in the past, let it stay in the past. Things have changed now. These lives didn't ask to return, but they're here. Who are we to decide they don't deserve a second chance? He pointed at the gods, his voice growing stronger with each word. This isn't just cowardice towards your erased brothers, but also towards the ordinary people living on these planets. People who just want to live in peace. The power you have, it should be used to protect, not destroy. Champa scowled, irritated. You don't understand, Goku. Our existence is based on balance. If something is out of place, we must correct it. That's part of our duty as gods of destruction. Goku stepped closer, his eyes glowing with unyielding determination. And I won't let you do it. The gods exchanged glances, uncertainty flickering in their eyes. Then, one by one, they began to release their destructive energies, preparing to attack. At that moment, Whis, Meade, Beerus, and Anubis stepped forward, their presences rivaling those of the other gods. If you attack Goku, declared Beerus, we will stand with him. Meade added, his voice gentle but resolute. This is no longer about who is right or wrong. And then the extraordinary happened. Goku closed his eyes, letting his energy flow freely. A silver and gold aura began to envelop him, shining like the sun itself. In an instant, his body entered Ultra Instinct. But this time, something was different. Behind him, enormous translucent wings began to form, like those of an angel, radiating energy that seemed to transcend time and space. The gods of destruction instinctively stepped back, stunned by the sight before them. Goku's radiant wings glowed intensely, their brilliance illuminating the vast skies of Universe 17. The sheer magnitude of his unleashed power caused his clothes to deteriorate, disintegrating into fragments of energy. His voice, now deeper and resonant, echoed like thunder throughout the dimension. I don't want to fight you. But if it's necessary to protect this universe and the others yet to be reborn, I will do whatever it takes. The gods of destruction stood speechless, their expressions betraying their disbelief. Champa stepped forward, pointing at Goku with a trembling hand. This can't be. He looks like... Anubis, who had remained silent until now, whispered in near reverence. The wings of the prophecy. The defender. He truly exists. Goku raised his hand, his face serious but calm. I understand the weight of your responsibilities as gods of destruction. But attacking newly born universes is not justice. If Zeno-sama made mistakes in the past, I will go to him myself and try to understand. Until then, I won't let you commit such cowardice. He paused, meeting the gaze of each god present. If you ever need me, I will be here to help. But never again use your power to destroy allies, friends, or those weaker than you. Goku's words resonated deeply. Even the proudest among the gods couldn't deny the sincerity and strength of his presence. Champa clenched his fists, his frustration clear. This doesn't change the fact that balance must be maintained. But the other gods hesitated. The impact of Goku's words, combined with the vision of his angelic power, was undeniable. They exchanged uncertain glances, questioning whether to proceed with their plan. At that moment, Beerus stepped forward. Champa, you know Goku was right. If you continue with this, you'll be betraying everything you swore to protect. Whis, who had been silently observing, used his staff to project an image of the Grand Priest, who had been watching from afar. Father, are you seeing this? Whis asked. The Grand Priest nodded slowly, his eyes shimmering with rare emotion. I see it all, Whis. And now I understand. Finally, the being who will bring peace to the multiverse has emerged. With the Grand Priest's words and Goku's imposing presence, the gods began to retreat. One by one, they extinguished their destructive energies, leaving only Champa, still reluctant. This isn't over, Goku. You may have convinced us today, but Zeno-sama. Goku interrupted, his voice calm but resolute. Zeno-sama is my friend. I'll speak with him when the time is right. But today, this ends here. Champa exhaled heavily, shaking his head. You've won this time. The gods began to vanish, returning to their respective universes. As the last one departed, Goku finally allowed his energy to dissipate. His wings faded into nothingness, and he collapsed to his knees, exhausted but victorious. Mead and Anubis approached, their gazes filled with admiration. You've done something none of us could, Goku, said Mead. You didn't just defeat the gods, you made them reflect. Anubis nodded, his words slow and thoughtful. The prophecy spoke of a being with wings who would unite the multiverse. Today, we witnessed the beginning of that. Whis smiled faintly as Beerus crossed his arms, doing his best to mask his pride. You really are a surprising guy, Goku, Beerus said. But I still want a rematch someday. Everyone laughed, the weight of the confrontation beginning to lift. From afar, through Whis' staff, the Grand Priest continued to observe, his expression serene. He is unlike any mortal before him. Perhaps, at long last, the multiverse will find the peace it has always sought. And so, in the vast fields of Universe 17, Goku looked to the sky, knowing his journey was far from over, yet feeling he had taken the first step toward a brighter future for all universes. Tired of waiting for news, Goku went to the Angel Whis to ask him to teach him the secrets of Ultra Instinct and his new transformation. However, Whis seemed concerned about something, and Goku noticed the worry the angel was showing. What's the problem, Whis? I think we've already settled everything with the gods and the angels, Goku asked. Whis then replied, Champa is cunning and has a strong personality. I don't know what he's planning, but this story is far from over. Goku then said, well, if he tries anything, I'll have no choice but to face him. Whis responded, that's the problem, Goku. Even though you've reached divine power, that doesn't make you a god or an angel. So you're still under my orders, just as you're under Lord Beerus' orders. Therefore, you can't just do whatever you want, especially confronting a god of destruction directly. Our luck is that Zeno-sama is not omniscient, so he didn't witness everything that happened. But that works in our favor too. Champa can't attack whenever he wants. He has to wait. Unless he has another hidden plan, which is why I'm concerned. Understanding the situation, Goku then asked, well, if we're stuck in this complicated situation, maybe I should accept Lord Beerus' request to become a god of destruction, or you could teach me the secrets of divine power. Whis then replied, well, Vegeta's abilities are a better fit for the role of a god of destruction. I believe Lord Beerus has trained him for that as well. However, a Saiyan becoming an angel, now that would be interesting. My powers are limited to the role of an angel, so there's only so much I can do. Alright, Son Goku, I will teach you the secrets of an angel's divine power since you've reached this level through your effort and a lot of luck. But first, I must reveal to you the true form of an angel when their powers are deactivated. Watch closely. Goku stared at Whis with an intense gaze. His mind was bursting with curiosity. After all, he never imagined that an angel had the ability to activate and deactivate their powers. Goku didn't know that angels had that divine aura because they were always emanating divine power, which was called the state of eternal divinity. As he deactivated his transformation, Whis revealed his true form. His hair was black, just like Goku's. In that form, Whis looked like an ordinary human being. Goku was both amazed and confused. Was Whis a human before becoming an angel? Or was he a Saiyan? Or perhaps Whis belonged to another race within Universe 7? Lord Beerus' planet. Goku was still amazed and confused. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. If not for the angel's robes, Whis looked like a human or even a Saiyan. Then Whis began to speak. Look, Goku, this is the most important secret of Ultra Instinct. The ability to remain in the state of eternal divinity is what allows us, the divine beings below Zeno-sama, to keep our powers constantly active without exhaustion or any negative consequences. This state of power was discovered by my father centuries ago. He told us that this ability emerged among the most powerful entities in the entire cosmic existence we live in. Gods older than Zeno-sama himself created this ability to lend a portion of their powers to grant us understanding and clarity over all things. And that is why my father, my siblings, and I are all above the gods of destruction in the divine hierarchy. We are the regulators of the universes. However, it seems that this power has fragmented in various places in ways we do not fully understand. And beings like Yamoshi, known as the Super Saiyan God, somehow managed to attain a fragment of this power. Perhaps it was genetic, maybe it was luck, or who knows, even a miracle. And that makes Saiyans a special race. All of this was still very strange and confusing for Goku. He couldn't fully grasp how important this information was, but it would all make sense in the future. At this moment, what Goku wanted most was to figure out how to achieve the so-called state of eternal divinity. Wait a second. So you angels, are you humans? Saiyans? Or are you from some mysterious planet? And how can I master this strange ability to stay strong forever? Goku questioned. Whis then responded. Unlike the gods of destruction, who come from various origins, we angels originate from the primordial universe, Universe 0. And that is exactly where you can learn this state of eternal divinity. Only my father, my siblings, and I can go there. Not even Zeno-sama himself can enter that place, Whis wanted to explain more details to Goku about the creation of angels and the state of eternal divinity, but in a flash of purple light, Beerus, the god of destruction, appeared with important news. What are you doing, Whis? Where's Champa? What did that bastard do now? Beerus asked the angel. Whis responded. I am training Son Goku to master the Supreme Ultra Instinct. But as for Champa, well, I don't know what you're talking about, Lord Beerus. Beerus then said. Champa has disappeared from Universe 6 and left a Saiyan girl as his successor in the position of God of Destruction. Your sister Vados informed me about this. I found it strange that you didn't know, but now I understand, you deactivated your powers, so you couldn't communicate with her or your father. Champa is up to something, and Daishinkan wants us to resolve this. He has authorized us to attack if necessary. Interrupting the conversation, Goku spoke up. Wait a second, my training just started. Beerus responded. Well, this will be good for you, Goku. Following Beerus, Whis added. Lord Beerus is right, this could aid your training. Facing a god of destruction will make you even stronger. After all, like you, the gods of destruction do not truly master Ultra Instinct. It will be interesting to see how this plays out. Goku then said. But Lord Beerus, he's your brother. Don't you want to know where he is? Don't you care why he disappeared or if he's okay? There are rules to follow, Goku. And that fool is breaking all of them. We are not like you Earthlings. I do not share the same feelings of love, friendship, or empathy as you do. I have destroyed countless planets and wiped out entire civilizations, because that is my job. Beerus answered with a cold, piercing stare. Serious, Goku then said. Okay, I'll go on this mission. But know that I don't believe you. You're lying, Lord Beerus. Lying to yourself. And tell Broly that one day I'll come back to visit him. Let's go, Mr. Whis, I'm ready. Whis then used his warp ability to take Goku to Universe 6 to investigate the situation. There, they met Whis' sister, the angel Vados, who explained that Champa had been training the young Saiyan girl Caulifla to succeed him as God of Destruction before disappearing. Whis questioned his sister about why she allowed all of this to happen, why she didn't stop Champa. She then revealed that she never imagined the God of Destruction would continue with that crazy plan to eliminate Goku, Jiren, and the universes that had been restored after Android 17's wish. She suggested that Goku and Whis go to Caulifla. Perhaps she had valuable information, though it would be difficult, as Vados had already tried to extract information from her, but the power had gone to her head. Whis and Goku went to Caulifla, the new God of Destruction of Universe 6, and questioned her about Champa's whereabouts. "So, you finally came to me, son Goku. I've been waiting for this for a long time. You promised to train me, remember? And you even humiliated me and Kale in the Tournament of Power. And now you come here, looking down on my new status and questioning me about a renegade God of Destruction? Who do you think you are?" The new God of Destruction of Universe 6 asked furiously. Goku then responded, "Forgive me, I didn't mean to look down on you or belittle you, that wasn't my intention. But Champa is committing crimes, and he could bring disaster even to Universe 6. You need to help us find him." Caulifla then said, "Never. I make the decisions here now. I am the God of Destruction. This universe is under my rule. You have no right to interfere here." Whis then responded, "Well, actually, we do. Daishinkan has authorized Goku and me to conduct this investigation. So tell us where Champa is." Caulifla then said, "Okay, I'll answer all your questions, but only if Son Goku defeats me in battle. Things have become even more complicated." Caulifla, the new God of Destruction of Universe 6, refuses to cooperate in the investigation of Champa's true plans. What will be the outcome of this battle? And what is Champa plotting? Planet Sadala. While Goku remained deep in thought about the challenge of facing the new Goddess of Destruction, Whis continued to analyze the situation with a cold, calculated perspective. To Whis, this was a great opportunity for Goku to train his newfound powers. "So, are we going to fight or not, old man?" asked the Goddess of Destruction. Goku replied, "I'd love to fight you, but even though you've gotten much stronger, my current level of power is far beyond yours." Furious, Caulifla responded, arrogant as always. "Do you think I forgot? Do you think I forgot the humiliation you put us through in the Tournament of Power? You promised to train me, and yet you humiliated me and Kale." Caulifla began recalling her battle against Goku while fused with her close friend Kale. Back then, not even the powerful Kefla was able to match Goku's strength. You humiliated us, and then we had to be resurrected by you people from Universe 7. Master Champa has every right to be furious. After all, aside from disrupting the balance, you cast us into oblivion by achieving Ultra Instinct. We, the Saiyans of Universe 6, suffered all kinds of mockery and humiliation from the people of planet Sadala. They called us weak. All because of you, Son Goku, finished the furious Goddess of Destruction. Whis then intervened, saying, "Well, that's your own fault. If Champa and Vados had trained you, none of this would have happened. Don't fall for Champa's tricks and manipulations, he's using you as a shield for his madness. Can't you see that?" Goku added, "Lord Whis is right. We did our part, we worked hard. I taught you some things, and Vegeta helped Kaba too. Don't be ungrateful, girl." Caulifla shot a furious glare at Goku and Whis. As they prepared for battle, someone suddenly appeared. It was Kaba. "Stop, Caulifla. Lord Goku was right. We must follow our own path and become even stronger. Lord Champa never allowed Lady Vados to train us, so if there's anyone to blame for our weaknesses and failures, that person is Lord Champa," shouted Kaba. Caulifla replied, "Do you want me to kill you right here, kid? Can't you see that I'm on a completely different level now? Goku then said, "Step aside, Kaba." I didn't want to believe Lady Vado's words, but it seems she was right. Power has made you insane. Are you really thinking about killing a comrade? Well, if that's the case, I have no choice but to face you here and now. Saddened, Kaba pleaded, "Please, Lord Goku, don't kill her." Goku reassured him, "Don't worry, after all, I need her alive." Confident, Caulifla said, "That's right, come at me, son Goku. I'll finish this with a single attack." Caulifla raised her hand and gathered an absurd amount of destruction energy. Her intent was truly to kill everyone present. Whis then warned, "She's gone mad. This attack could destroy planet Sadala. Be careful, Goku." Goku replied, "Leave it to me. I'll handle this." Caulifla unleashed her attack while Goku simply observed. A massive explosion occurred, yet planet Sadala barely felt the full impact of Caulifla's powerful strike. To Caulifla's shock, Goku had deliberately taken the attack, but he didn't die. He then looked at her with a piercing gaze and said, "Is that all you've got, Goddess of Destruction Caulifla?" Furious, Caulifla shouted, "You bastard! What is this aura? How did you withstand such a powerful attack without taking any damage?" Goku responded, "Your power is incredible. You truly are strong. But you made two big mistakes. First, you just reverted from being a goddess of destruction, meaning you haven't mastered your abilities yet. And the second mistake? It's what I told you before. I'm on a whole different level than you. Get ready." Goku activated Ultra Instinct, and just like during his battle against the gods, wings began to manifest on his back. In a flash of white light, Goku struck the girl, leaving her unconscious. Hours later, Caulifla regained consciousness. Despite being defeated, the young Saiyan girl refused to reveal any information about her master. Goku then said, "That's fine. We don't need your information anymore." While you were unconscious, Whis read your mind using his staff. Whis finally spoke, "Supreme Divine Power, that's what he's after. Universe Zero. That's where Champa went. But the question is, how? Only us angels and Daishinkan can go there. Come, Goku. Let's go see my father. He should know what to do with all this information." Goku responded, "Yes, let's go. Kaba, take care of Caulifla. She'll need to rest for quite a while." Kaba replied, "Leave it to me. And thank you for not taking her life." As Goku and Whis disappeared, Caulifla was left in awe, realizing that even after she had threatened him, Kaba still wished for her to live. Having defeated Caulifla and obtained information about Champa's whereabouts, Goku and Whis now head to Zeno-sama's palace to meet with Daishinkan. What actions will be taken now that Champa's hidden location has been discovered? Well, we'll find out in the next episode. Zeno-sama's palace. Whis revealed all the information to his father, who was astonished by Champa's audacity. The father of all angels then decided that Whis and Goku had to make a crucial choice. Goku and Whis could either take Champa's life or convince him to return to Universe 7. However, if the second option were achieved, Champa would have to remain under the supervision of Beerus and Whis, never regaining his position as a god of destruction. In other words, Champa would be confined to Beerus planet forever. Goku then said, "Thank you very much, Lord Daishinkan. This way, I can set everything back to normal." Daishinkan did not fully understand Goku's words of gratitude, but Whis did. Having spent so much time interacting with mortals like Goku and the others, Whis had begun to grasp their emotions and way of thinking. Whis then spoke, "Alright, let's go, Goku. By now, Champa must have become incredibly powerful. He has surely mastered perfected Ultra Instinct. And once we arrive, you'll understand how to achieve the state of eternal divinity." Daishinkan then added, "I see. If Goku reaches Universe Zero, he will uncover the secret. That's what Champa wanted. But he won't be on Goku's level. However, if Goku lets his guard down, he could end up dead. So, be careful." Goku and Whis departed for Universe Zero. Along the way, Goku questioned Whis about Daishinkan's final words, and Whis explained in more detail. Like the other gods of destruction, Champa had never truly mastered Ultra Instinct. Most likely, he only attained this ability after reaching Universe Zero. However, since Goku had already mastered Ultra Instinct, in theory, what should happen to him is that he will ascend to this state of eternal divinity, the final stage of Ultra Instinct. Though still somewhat confused, Goku at least understood that he and Champa were in different situations and at different stages of Ultra Instinct mastery. After some time, Goku and Whis were finally approaching Universe Zero. Nowhere, Universe Zero. So this is the place that only angels are allowed to enter? Incredible, said Goku, amazed. Whis then replied, "Come, Goku, let's go in." Goku and Whis passed through a magical barrier and finally entered Universe Zero, where only a single planet existed. Goku began to feel his body becoming extremely heavy, though not to the point of hindering his movements. A white aura filled the entire universe, as if all peace, love, and positive energy had been condensed into pure energy. Goku felt happy, his heart raced, and his energy was being replenished even though he wasn't tired. Incredible. It feels like I've eaten multiple senzu beans without being exhausted. I feel like I could fight forever. What is this, Whis? Goku asked. Whis then explained, "This is our secret. The energy that radiates here forced us to evolve to the highest stage. You and Vegeta trained in something similar to this, remember?" Goku recalled the training in that special dimension where Whis had placed him and Vegeta using his staff. Understanding it all, Goku said, "I get it now. That special dimension is like a variation of this place." Exactly. Whis confirmed. That's how you both reach the highest divine levels. But here, it's different. Here, you can reach the final stage. But enough talking, our opponent is waiting for us. Let's go. Following Champa's divine key, Goku and Whis went directly to confront Beerus' brother. "Finally, you've arrived. I was just about to leave here to complete my plan, eliminating Jiren, those other resurrecting universes, and of course, you, Son Goku," said Champa with an air of superiority. Goku then responded, "I don't want to take your life, so please, accept your surrender and pay for your sins. You will never be a god of destruction again and must remain on your brother Beerus' planet forever." Champa scoffed, "Dead or imprisoned? Those are my choices. I'd rather live and do as I please. Let's finish this already, I have some enemies to eliminate." Whis then said, "There's no other way, Goku. You'll have to fight him. I figured this would happen." "Well, let's settle this once and for all," said Goku confidently. Goku and Champa activated Ultra Instinct and launched into battle. The fight began with both warriors slicing through the sky at absurd speeds, exchanging rapid blows. Goku felt his body adapting more and more to the intense pressure of Universe Zero, allowing him to advance even faster and strike even harder. Champa couldn't understand what was happening. Goku was surpassing him more and more every passing second. Goku was growing even stronger. Champa then asked, "What's going on? How did you become so powerful?" Goku replied, "You, Frieza, and even Caulifla all made the same mistake. You learn a new ability or transformation and immediately think you've mastered it. That's not how things work. It takes training and preparation. If you had perfected Ultra Instinct before coming to Universe Zero, you would be just as powerful as I am now." At that moment, Goku's power reached the level he had when he had wings before. But this time, something incredible happened. The wings did not appear. Whis then exclaimed, "Goku is incredible, he has achieved the state of eternal divinity." Goku then struck Champa, sending him crashing into the ground, creating a massive crater. "It's over, Champa. It's time to pay for your mistakes. Who knows, maybe over time, Daishinkan will reconsider your punishment," Goku said. Furious, Champa got up and roared, "You're right, I should have focused more on mastering Ultra Instinct. But you're wrong about something else. I didn't neglect training out of laziness, I spent my time developing an attack powerful enough to destroy an entire universe. By combining the divine power of perfected Ultra Instinct with the power of Hakai, I can obliterate anything I want. Disappear, Goku. Whis. And this insignificant planet." Champa unleashed his attack on Goku, who took the full impact. Goku refused to let Whis or the Angel's planet suffer any damage. However, he was left severely wounded. But this attack had drained a massive portion of Champa's power. Now, everything would be decided in the next move. Whis considered intervening, but something shocking happened. Beerus appeared, using perfected Ultra Instinct. "Brother, you too?" Champa asked in shock. Beerus responded, "See, Champa. I did it, without resorting to a twisted plan like yours. Meeting Goku changed the way I see things. I've come to realize that our destructive rivalry was a mistake. We're brothers, we should always be together. That's why I decided to train Vegeta. Deep down, I didn't want to be a god of destruction anymore. I just wanted to eat delicious food, sleep, and live in peace. That's a good life too. Goku could have taken your life at any moment. In fact, before starting this journey to grow stronger and uncover your schemes, I told Goku that I didn't care what happened to you. But the truth is, I do care. I just didn't realize it. But Goku reminded me of that." Beerus' words struck Champa's heart like an arrow. At last, he and Beerus could go back to being the brothers they once were. Though he wouldn't admit it, Champa had felt lonely all this time. Emotional, Champa finally said, "You're right, brother. And Goku, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Take me to my brother's planet." With everything finally resolved, Whis returned to his father to deliver the good news. There, Daishinkan revealed that he had sent Beerus to assist with negotiations after the god of destruction pleaded for his brother's life. At last, everything had returned to normal, and now the cosmic universe was at peace. If you watched the video up to here, it means you liked it, so subscribe to the channel and don't forget to leave your like and activate notifications. And if possible, become a member of the channel where you will have perks, or help with any amount by donating through this QR code. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's go back to the video.